And welcome back to the Don't Make This Weird podcast. I'm your host, Tony. And with me, as always, is the ever lovely co-host, Heather. How you doing, Heather?
Hi guys, I am good. Hello weirdos, how is everybody doing on this crazy Thursday? Happy to be here hanging out. A crazy freaking week. That's all I gotta say. I mean, we'll get into it, but
Talk
oof,
about it. Holy cow.
shaking it off right now. I'm telling you what. I was about between the heat and everything else going on. I was about ready to say like, Tony, I'm sorry, I don't miss, but man, ooh, I'm
Right.
having it. I'm going through it right now. But I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah.
So,
So,
how
how's
is
your week been? Let's get into your week, because
let's get into my
mine,
week.
holy cow. Like,
Yeah.
it's a lot of rinse and repeat, but there's different stuff that we did this week. So,
All right. All right. Sounds good. So just getting into it. This week I, of course, doing the usual, the work and stuff, and trying to navigate that. Taking on a little bit of extra stuff, and just figuring out the work life and all that, just like always, just as always. Thinking about all of the friends and family back downstate, missing all of you guys, and preparing for the island trip.
Wiener
Um,
Island.
Wiener Island trip, getting ready for that. So let's see here. Tuesday, we got to jump in and on the rule of pool, which was fun as hell.
Oh my
We had
God.
a lot of fun. The way that Brian set it up this week, I was able to actually get down to business with Ren and kind of call how I would see it in my head that I wanted her to do things in the training module.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of fun. Of course, Ren's got to come with those awesome one-liners
Red
here and there.
Smash.
Ren smashing it. So that was a lot of fun. Actually, everybody was there except for Rudy. We were missing Rudy. But we had a lot of fun. It was me, yourself, Dave, Boss J joined in later, and Guy, and of course Brian. So that was a lot of fun. And then Wednesday we did not do Magic Gaming Jerks. Did not do that last night. But yeah,
No.
that Wednesday was the day. I tell you, I got up early in the morning to get ready for work. I was actually leaving early, and I started to back out of my driveway, and I'm on like a little bit of a hill where I live at, and I could not stop the brake, so I had to really push really hard. And then when I pushed hard on the brake, I heard a pop, and then my ABS and my brake light both came on at the same time.
Oof.
Uh, Checking that out, apparently it is super dangerous to drive your vehicle after that happens. So, and that was about 6:30 in the morning. So I had to wait until 8 o'clock to get in touch with my mechanic because they didn't really open up until that time. So I got in touch with them. They said that they are super loaded down right now, so they have a lot of vehicles in. But they said go ahead and get it towed here, and we should be able to look at it tomorrow, which was today. And that did not happen, which he's usually really great about getting me in, taking a look at it. He's an awesome guy. Shout out to Mickey's Motors here in Osanique. But whatever reason, busy, whatever it was, he was not able to get it in today. So 2 days without my truck, and I was scheduled to work for both of these days. So unfortunately, trying to navigate that and figure that out yesterday, get everything kind of situated, get it towed. It was like $82 just to get it towed, 9 miles maybe from where I live at. So just kind of was navigating that, and just today not having it. So I just was like, well, I can't get into work again today. They do have a taxi service here in Alpena, but it's like for me to get into work, it's $45 a day from where I live at.
Wow.
So yeah, so on top of having to pay for what I've got going on here, for the vehicle fix to get it fixed, I was like, yeah, that's a lot of money to try to navigate right now. So I've been home, and I've got personal time and all kinds of other stuff kind of sitting there. So I was like, well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the stuff that I've earned. It's not ideal. No, it's not ideal for everybody else at work, but, some things happen.
Right.
Things happen. So I'm just kind of trying to keep my head up on that part of it because, when you have a responsibility and you're always there, it's really tough when something like this comes up and you can't be. So that's kind of something I was working on. So today I just worked on stuff around the house because I couldn't go anywhere. So, got that stuff knocked out and started like getting my list of stuff together for the trip and got my emails and stuff taken care of. So, good stuff. That's pretty much what my week has looked like, other than like in between cleaning sessions today and doing laundry and whatnot. Watched a little bit of Erie, Indiana. If you remember that show from when we were younger.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so I turned that on today while I was in between. So lots of stuff going on. Just trying to navigate everything. Of course, gotten messages and stuff blowing me up. But when I'm dealing with stuff like this, I can't. I just can't. I gotta put stuff on the back burner, and that's conversations for me. So
Completely understandable.
just trying to navigate my life right now and get that all under control. But we'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there. So.
Well, my week was rather interesting because I had to fix a door that was the gate to our backyard. Mm-hmm. And I had sent you pictures of the fiasco because I had Shelby helping me out. Well, I say that. And then Tim hit me up on Discord and he's like, hey, what are you doing? I was like, working on a door. It's taken me 2 days when it should have only taken me one. He's like, well, hey, I know a guy that's done some stuff. So he came over, showed me his new used vehicle that he got, which was great. That it's always nice to have somebody that, like you were talking about, that has trusty, reliable transportation. So yeah, there was that, and then. Yeah, so we came over. He knocked that out. So I have pretty much an industrial strength door for the gate to the backyard now, instead of rotten wood and the door falling off the hinges, if you will. So that got done. That was interesting.
Was that from your old school buddy, Tim?
No, Baghead, actually.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
So, no.
Sorry, so you're calling him Baghead now.
Yeah, well, that's nice. The funny part about it is I honestly didn't even know that, as he likes to have the claim to fame, he's just a dumb farm kid. And I'm like, bro, when the world takes a shit, I would rather have so many dumb farm kids in my back pocket. So one, I can eat and still have shelter, and if shit goes sideways, I know they know how to use a gun.
Yeah, no joke, right? Yeah, that's great.
So yeah, it was fun. Like I had everything done except for the last little part of adding the wheel that would take the weight off the door and still keep it moving functionally. So yeah, it was, it turned out a lot better than I thought it would. Cause I'm not saying I'm the best carpenter on the planet or the worst, but if I need to build something, I most of the time can figure out what the hell it is I got to do. So yeah, it's a skill, I guess. I don't know. I mean, ask Jeremy, he's built everything. So.
Right. Yeah, it's a skill. It's a skill. Building things, working with wood.
Yeah, I mean, I currently come from a family that has sawdust in their veins, so I don't know. I guess I'm behind the eight ball. Here's the thing and I'll get to the rest of my week in a minute, but just to expound on this stuff, guys, use fucking YouTube, man. Like, come on. All this stuff that I've built, everything that I've learned how to do, more or less, I've learned from YouTube. Nobody's taught me how to do it. I just literally grabbed the tools and then went and did the thing. Like I have a picnic table still in my backyard that is not finished because I looked at a picture and I, for the most part, built it.
Yeah, the college of YouTube.
Well, and that's the thing is that, you know what, guys, there is no reason why you can't do anything. I know guys right now that work for the city that they get in new equipment and machinery, and if it breaks, they're on YouTube trying to figure out how to fix it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I go there.
Right. So,
Oh yeah.
like, there's no excuse that you can't build shit yourself and not have to pay squazillions of freaking dollars that you don't have. So,
No, I absolutely love the idea of being able to jump on and watch a video because for me, I will pause, rewind, go back
yes.
however many times I need to be able to figure out the steps.
Yeah.
That's easier for me, and it's also more productive because if I'm reading, I'm sorry, but them instructions I don't even care about. I'd rather go on find the whole step by step online and watch it. I'll be
If they
honest.
can do it for video games, they can do it to figure out how to build a gate door for a fence. And like I had the idea of how I wanted to build it to kind of reinforce it and whatnot, because when you build a little heavier constructed door, it in theory will last longer. And plus, if you need to put some weight on it, it's not going to bend and fold in half. Now, the old door that was on there would have worked out great to replace it. The problem is that the wood that the door was attached to was literally rotten and falling apart. So
Yeah, you can't do much with that. You kind of just at that point you're like, well,
yeah,
looks
I'm
like I'm replacing it.
I'm pretty sure the door was built when the property was, or at least shortly thereafter, because that wood was really old and just crappy.
How old is that house? Do you know?
I want to say this house was built in 73, 74.
That sounds about right because kind of like it looks like a tri-level kind of style. I know it's not, but that's
Right.
about the time when those ones started to come around.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and that's the nice part about it is being able to update and do this other stuff. Like I love the fact that people are like, "Oh, they don't do codes like that anymore." And it's like, as much as I would love to disagree with you, the way that they built shit back in the day, it was literally built to not fall the fuck apart.
Mm-hmm. Yep, just like cars. Vehicles.
Right. Right. Like you keep
they're
it
rushing
simple,
shit
stupid.
out.
Follow that KISS method, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. Kind of feel that way too. Like I'll get into it a little bit more, but like looking for a different vehicle with the situation I've got going on. We'll talk a little bit about that, but let's talk about the rest of your week before I cut you off.
No, that was the thing is I just, I wanted to give a shout out to Shelby and to Tim for helping me out because, sometimes there's this projects where you come up against a challenge and it may just be a little outside of your skill set or your work base. I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. Not out of your faculty, but you need somebody to go, oh, I know how to do this. And then they show you how to do it. And then you go, oh, well, that just makes perfect sense. Now, my problem is getting somebody to drill a straight hole. Now, Tim apparently knows how to drill a straight hole, which instructed Shelby how to drill a straight hole. So we fixed that problem and then just replaced it. And like, it was a bunch of silly shit that shouldn't have happened, but now that the door's fixed, and yeah, I ran into it with my bike to figure out whether or not it was gonna move, and my bike stopped. So the door is nice and fucking sturdy.
Oh God, simmer down, hot rod.
Hey, look, the old door I could run into, and it would kick it open far enough to where I could roll through. This one I built so it wouldn't fucking do that. And yep, I made sure that I almost kissed my handlebars.
it looks quite sturdy. Yes.
But I'm okay with that because that means if somebody's trying to, kick the door or, swear at it, call it names, do whatever.
Run into it like somebody.
You're right. All I can do is just, oh, hey, go ahead and try and open the door. Plus, it's got the, the deadbolt lock that looks like a bolt action because this thing is thick as shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, it was a great project. So got that done. I think that was actually we finished it up on Tuesday, which was fun. I had so much fun on Rule of Cool on Tuesday. just because of the shenanigans that we started off with before the show even went live, which was great. Wheelhouse, that's what it is. Thank you so much.
That's what I said.
Yeah, Wheelhouse. But yeah, that's, it's one of those things that just, man, nothing against Brian, nothing against the rest of the crew, but that was the most fun I think we all have collectively had in a really long time.
It's been a little bit, yeah.
As a group, like we have fun every time we're live, but that episode was so much fun for some reason. I don't even know why, but it's okay.
I don't know what it was, but I think too, like being able to actually describe what the character was doing, like that was so much fun to me because I always see it a different way. And no offense to any of the DMs or anything, but when you have the idea of like how your character is doing something, to be able to actually voice like me, well, Ren picking up a bench and smacking 3 people all at once, like yeah, that is definitely what Ren would do.
That was a fucking great scene.
that was definitely a Ren thing to do.
Yes.
Tavern Brawler, let's go.
Yeah. See, and I honestly can't wait for this whole entire series to be animated.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
Scandal in hand, a Vox Machina. We're gonna make that look like absolute just, I don't know, Saturday morning cartoon wannabes. Because the stuff that we're doing, man, I'm telling you. Not that it's better, it's just different, and it's so much fun.
It's different, yeah. So and that's the thing is like there are several different podcasts out there or streams out there that are D&D, and it's all different. This is a lot of fun. We've been doing this for
almost 3 years, or has it been 3 years?
Over 2 years.
It's almost 3 years, I think, isn't it?
Something like that. So I mean, we have been actually on the Rule of Cool, and with the same, I have had the same character. So, Holmes, Dave.
Yep.
Guy as Lenoris. Myself as Ren are the ones that have stayed constant, and then Angel.
Yes.
He came in later on, but he still has the same. So, Boss J has the same character.
Yep.
But you and Damien are the two that have actually... Well, Rudy have actually switched out, so it's definitely a lot of fun to be able to play and to have our characters that we get to like every time. I don't know, it's just a lot of fun.
No, absolutely, and that's the I look forward to every Tuesday that we're doing that stuff. So, yeah, and like you said, we didn't get the chance to do Magic Gaming Jerks because apparently the next 3 weeks are off because there's going to be some shenanigans going on.
I already got an email about some of the things like I'm involved in for what we're supposed to be doing on the island. So like as far as filming goes, so I'm looking forward to that, and of course it comes through from Dave, and I absolutely adore Dave. He's such a great person. When he was on for the Real Cool, he was like, Heather's got a box for the island. And I was like, oh. So then he's telling me, like his wife actually went out and got a bunch of like gluten-free and like low sugar kind of stuff, which I was like, oh my gosh, you guys, you're so sweet. Like I absolutely appreciate all of that. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I get to be the only lady that goes to hang out there, but it ain't nothing that I've never, like, navigated before. And I continue to keep on hearing, well, you're just one of the guys. It's like, yes, one of the guys in sundresses. But that's cool. Like, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Because you're a lady, that's why.
I'm a lady, that's why. A couple things over here in YouTube. It's actually kind of quiet. We're missing some of our main people here.
Yeah, what's going on, guys?
So, yeah, I started out saying hello, weirdos. Backend said, sup, weirdos. And Backend said, I showed Shelby how to be handy since he isn't handsome like me. And Tim joining in saying, yo, Porpoise. Baghead said, Baghead will be your mentor, Tony.
Aw, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Looks like some ogres and rhinos. Porpoise says Wheelhouse, and Heather is a good 30% quieter than Tony.
Yeah, I don't know what that is about, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't know. I
I
do have
can't
a fan
fix
on.
that. That's something that's a glitch in the matrix.
Yeah. So I've been having a lot of issues with Discord the past couple days. I was working on a new logo for Guitar Fridays from things that you gave me. We were kind of both like working on it together.
Yeah.
And when I'd go to send it over, it started to like glitch Discord.
Hmm. Yeah.
And it just was like, okay, well, this is happening tonight. I know we're supposed to get like some thunderstorms and stuff here tonight, so I'm hoping that it's gonna stay strong and keep going. So it could be part of that, having that issue. I'm not really sure, but I also have a fan on me right now because it is so hot up here, so hot,
Yeah.
and I do have a little portable AC, but it ain't cutting it, bro. It ain't cutting it.
I thank God for central air. Like
Mm-hmm.
sincerely. Like I
Yep.
am too fat and too furry to be
Mm.
sitting in my own swamp ass. Just saying.
I'm not furry, but I'm also like I'm still a little chunky donkey, but it's hot. It's hot. It's
It's
like
hot.
84 in this house right now.
It,
You know,
I
it's
think it
it's a
got
little
up
bit
to
warm.
92 today.
Yeah.
Um,
This is like the 92. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what it is here.
what I
But in the
know there,
house,
the humidity was up to 86%, I think, at one point, but we had the winds. So it it wasn't as hot as it felt until the
yeah.
wind stopped blowing, and then it was like, oh, that's nasty. And I rode my bike around everywhere today, so I had wind up my everywhere.
Wind blown hair.
Yeah,
Wind blown
I mean,
hair.
I got hit with a razor
Gotta
and a
blow
bar of
right
soap
off.
today, so I had to. I couldn't feel the wind through my hair.
Did I ever tell you you're my hero?
Sing it, girl.
Okay. But that with that being said, like not like 82 in here. I do have a little portable air conditioner.
Yeah,
So which is nice, but it's not cutting it. It
it's
could be
not cutting
fine
it.
in like one little bedroom. And I was struggling because I'm like, I can't open my bedroom window. Because I couldn't, my arms aren't long enough. So today I was like, I got your number. I pushed the little tabs in and I pulled it out like as if you were to clean the window.
Yeah,
And I was like, and pushed it up, and then slammed it shut. But just trying to navigate all that. I'm like, I'm not gonna complain because I know it's gonna get even worse. It's gonna get even worse. So it's fine. It's fine.
yeah.
I have to. I'll sleep. And my mom used to teach me like if it's too hot, you can't sleep. Put your nightgown in cold water, put it on, and go to bed that way. And it does actually help. So wet your
Oof.
t-shirt. Yeah, it's cold. It's cold, but it helps. It helps in a pinch if you are like absolutely cannot sleep because you've been there.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Back
yeah,
at the
yeah.
old house, I know for sure you felt that. So
In
yeah,
so many ways.
yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Hey, uh, my dad is joining in. He says hello, you two. Bonjour, Miss Weirdoness. And Brandon says, wait, you two is on this episode? Ha ha ha.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I should probably catch up on all the other ones.
Yeah, go ahead and check them
Go
out.
to Facebook and go to the Twitch lands.
Mm-hmm.
Tim Lauder over there on Facebook says, "Shut up, Brandon." And then Amaro Blade over on Twitch says, "Yo." Jeff Graham El Jefe says, "Hi, Tim," and he also says, "We will be SOL if we lose internet. Thank you, YouTube."
Oh,
That's fair. That's fair.
oh
And
yeah.
then Maribelade says Heather is a good 30% quieter than you. Balance the audio. I can't, damn it. And then he says
Purpose any
Wheelhouse.
given.
Yeah, I got that. And
Yeah.
then
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I just needed a comment to that one.
Louder says a baghead wrote a ripper music creation. Can't wait to hear it, brother.
Ooh.
Go ahead.
Uh, that's where Brandon said purpose. any or porpoise, any given human being is on average is about 30% quieter than Tony, and he says that tracks.
Wait, what are you saying? That I'm louder than the
You're
average human being?
loud.
I'm not loud.
Loud.
I
I don't know.
just
That's what
speak at
Brandon
a
said.
volume that people can understand me and cannot mistake what it is that I'm saying.
Listen, I'm okay with that. I don't personally think that you are super loud, except for when we're in the diner and you're talking about some dirty, freaky things, and I'm like,
Look.
other than that, yeah.
Oh,
So
good Lord. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the internet. It's a sleeper cell. No, I didn't say that. Um, yeah,
yeah.
it's been really cool. And speaking of that, after I was working on the Guitar Fridays logo, I
Mhm.
threw Tim under the bus and was like, "Hey, help me out with this," because Heather had to go do some other important stuff. So I stayed on.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I wasn't done with that. I'm gonna fight you both.
I didn't say you were done with it. I said, "Help me out." Uh,
Hmm.
so he had worked on it for probably about 45 minutes, maybe an hour, and came up with a design. And I'm still sitting with it because I don't know if I like it 100%. But I think I sent it over to you on Discord. I don't remember. Last night was kind of a blur.
Yeah,
So,
kind of.
because
Yeah.
when I got done with everything and I'm like, okay, shit, I got to go finish doing this other stuff and then go grab a shower. Because, yeah, I thought we were streaming, but then that didn't happen because Jay messaged incredibly late. So then I worked on some other stuff and I was like, you know what? Hey, it's not a total wash. We got the night to get stuff done. So that ended up working out really well. And yeah, who knows if I can get a new uh, main screen logo or design for the Guitar Fridays. Because, like I said, I'm sitting with it. I don't know if I like it 100% yet, but that's what I do. And Heather, you and I have done that 1,000 times where it's like,
Yeah.
okay, I don't know all of the vocabulary or the terminology of what it is that the videos or not the videos the image that the techniques and like, hey, you can do this or you can punch out or you can layer this or do that
Yeah.
or make it look like
The
it's jumping off
background.
the screen. I don't know any of that crap,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I do know what I like when I see it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. No, I'm just giving crap, but yeah. So there's variations and if what I'm using to do the stuff to make the logos as opposed to whatever it is like he's using or same with what Brandon uses. We kind of it's always something different, but I do enjoy being able to like, okay, yeah, this is what you want, this is what you want, and be like, this, no,
Yeah.
this close, okay, this. So,
See, and
but
that's
yeah,
the thing
something.
is I feel like such an asshole because when it's like that close and it's like, can you still change this thing? And then of course, it's one of those things that you can't change because that's not how
I didn't get a
digitally
chance to
altering.
really.
Well,
I didn't get a chance to really play with it though.
but that's what
So.
I'm saying though is digitally altering the graphic that you're creating. Sometimes you
Mhm.
just can't do those things because
Yeah.
it's a font issue or there's something to do with the design of what it is that you're doing. And like I said, I kind of feel like an asshole sometimes where it's like, yeah, that's great. I'm not really feeling that. Can you do something else like along these lines? And it's just like it takes me back to the days of when we were composing all the music for Hogwarts.
Mhm.
And I would
Yep.
work up like this whole entire composition for Leon
Yeah.
and be like, that's great. I want these 2 seconds. And
Mhm.
then we're going to expand on that. And then we're going to compress it back down to like these 2 seconds.
Yep.
And like, it was a cool writing process.
Mhm.
Sometimes it was really fucking frustrating because I'm like, I just did that. Yeah, but change it. Do
Now you
this.
understand. Now you understand. And that's how it is though. Like whenever you're creating something and you're taking it on as a project from somebody else's idea of what they want and they're asking you for it,
Right.
you really can't take it to heart because you don't exactly know, even though they describe it a certain way,
Mm-hmm.
and whether you think you have it or not, Sometimes it's going to come back. And I know I was like that a lot of times with my graphics and stuff and things that I wanted. People would jump in and try to create something, and I'd be like, it's just not up to the vision.
Yes.
And we do have a set like thing that we try to keep across the board. Of
Yeah.
course, like your Guitar Fridays and Chill Stream was just kind of thrown in there
Yeah.
prior, so it's not exactly up to snuff. So yeah, it's time that that stuff gets changed. You get more traffic on your
Hmm.
channel, and we get a little bit more traffic when we're actually on. I think we really haven't been steady on Chill Stream since that whole thing happened. Where we got freaking spammed. It's
What?
I think it's been since then that we've been on.
That's the thing is we have been on. It's just the issue is now that the summer months are here
Mhm.
and the festivals and the venues and
Yeah.
like all of the stuff that's going on. Normally that's what's going on with Saturdays. And unfortunately, any more of the weekends, my weekends have been so stupid busy trying to be everywhere all at once.
Right.
Like tomorrow night, I got invited out to a men's barbecue,
Nice.
and I'm supposed to be going out there and I don't know, talking about the one of the classes that I teach, and I'm just like, how the hell did that happen?
Right. There you
So
go.
I'm gonna take full advantage of that one because I don't feel like cooking dinner and free barbecue.
Who doesn't like free barbecue?
And
Honestly.
who knows or who else I can network with, because when you
Hmm.
go to those things, it's always nice to meet new people and go, hey, you do that thing, cool, I like that thing, let's hang out and do that thing together.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Absolutely.
it's
I
always
love
nice
that.
networking and meeting new people.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's been, it's interesting. Like we've networked with so many different people, and as I continue to talk with others and kind of like speak about some of the stuff that we've done and just things from my past, as you're trying to get to know people.
Yeah.
It's like I remember, I was talking with somebody about the whole thing about what's your destination.
Yes.
The distillery that was never quite made it into Caro, and the situation that happened. I said, you haven't heard Tony talk about this, because you that's like always your thing is like Heather did this, and it for the moment, we're getting into like I don't want to talk about politics and everything. I never want to talk about that here.
Right.
But then like when that all went down, it was city council. It was getting everybody packed in like sardines into the municipal building downtown, and you're like that's political, and I'm like what? I was just trying to help them get this under on the way,
Yep.
and so when it comes to it, there's times and there's things that I feel when there's somebody that is getting hosed, I will, yeah, I have no problem sticking up and getting involved in those kinds of things.
What?
So
It's funny you say that because that's the thing that we end up doing, being that we have a platform and we have multiple shows on this platform, and we also do a bunch of guest hosting stuff.
mhm,
And you've always been exceptionally great at rallying around supporting local.
mhm,
And whether it's a political thing, whether it's a festival, whether it's an event, or whether it's a venue, you've been great at drumming up the not so much the hype, but hey, this cool thing's going on over here.
mhm.
Come show up and represent. I mean, yeah, you started a Facebook page, and literally overnight there was 1,200 people. And then at City Hall, was it like the next week or something like that? There was 125 people that showed up and said, "Hey, we're here to support. What's your destination?" Like
Yeah.
that. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, and that was, in those times, it's like, no, do I drink? No. I mean, once in a great while, yes. I will have a drink once in a great while, but a vodka, no. Like I don't give a shit. I didn't care.
Right.
The reason behind what they were trying to do, what they wanted to do, it was an honor of somebody to get this business off the ground. It was, I was part of like helping with the entertainment stuff and things, because Carol, the younger people, were interested in needing something else, something more to be able to go to enjoy, to get involved in, to not necessarily just to be drinking, but, there's going to be music and good food and comedy and all these other things. Yes, I know they were starting to branch a little bit out when it came to, like, over at the bowling alley with bringing in the comedians and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it was just a complete, like, destination where you didn't have the atmosphere of the bowling alley and all that noise going on
Right.
and all those different things. Like, it was completely something different, and they were working really hard to be able to make that happen. And I guess at that point in time, not only was it they were bringing jobs into the community, but I was also part of that. And when you get passionate about a project or something, and me, you always say I'm gonna try to take ice cream to the moon and sell it. It's just
Facts.
there's just times, there's things when I feel more passionate about something, and that's when I feel like I need to go to pick a fight. So let's see,
What?
like we got some stuff.
Go ahead, catch up and chat.
Go ahead, say what you were gonna say, and then I will find where I'm at.
Just that's the thing is that, as long as I've known you, we've been friends for almost a decade now, if not past a decade. Shit, I don't know. But tell you can't do something.
Mm-hmm.
And every single time I've watched you, as someone told you you couldn't do something and you completely blew them out of the water. And I'm just like, that's why we're friends, because she's a total badass.
That's my little buddy.
That's
Little
right.
baby, little baddie. Yeah.
Lucky batch.
And I appreciate, like, I appreciate that. There's just times when I don't know, we talked a long time ago of like, what's your legacy? What are you gonna leave behind?
Yeah.
And at that point in time, I had no freaking clue. I mean, we were getting into like talking about the podcast. We were actually
Mm-hmm.
band. I was helping with sound. We were also like helping to record people's music in the studio, things like that. Like I was just learning like who I was actually,
Yeah.
and finding all these different things that I was able. And I was getting my confidence and trying to get my foot in wherever to kind of figure out like what my confidence was, what I wanted to do. I've always loved art. I've always loved music. I've always loved to be able to support and like learning to support local and all these different things that we had coming in. And you asked that question like,
Yeah.
how are you going to have like what is your legacy going to be? And you're like, I don't mean this as in like a bad way, because a lot of people, their legacy is their children.
Right.
And I, at that point, I met you shy of a month after that. That's when I was like, oh, can't have kids. Due to this bullshit. But and that was one of my big things. Like
Yeah.
I always wanted to have kids. I wanted to be a mom. My mom was a fantastic mom, and
Your mom was awesome.
My mom was super awesome, and I wanted to be able to share that part of me, because that to me was, you're right, that is a legacy in itself, to be able to have children, and if you have a business, to pass that on to them and all this stuff. Well, I didn't have that opportunity, and as the years have gone by, so July will be a decade since you and I have been friends, and then July will also be a decade since going through that, like,
Yeah.
In August 19th. So I was talking to another friend about how when that kind of stuff happens to you, like it does knock you off your feet, because then you have to decide, who am I now? I thought I made up my mind of what my purpose was, what I was gonna do in life, all this kind of stuff. So there's things that happen throughout life, and you kind of have to reevaluate and go, okay, what am I doing now? That's not gonna work out now. What am I doing to change? Like, what am I doing to still have a fulfilling life?
Right.
That isn't what I thought it was gonna be.
So when you writing your book?
Oh, I don't know. I have several that I actually have in mind, that I would love to be able to write. So, there's a lot. There's a lot of stuff that I could put down, but who would read it? Like, who's reading
I
this?
want an autographed copy. I'm just saying. I've been through 10 years of it with you, and I
Right.
still want to hear your version of it because I mean, I'm not just saying this because I'm your friend. I'm saying this because for 10 years, it's been one fucking hell of a ride, man.
That is true. That is true, little buddy. That is true. So like you stop and you think about that, like the whole legacy thing. I didn't let that take the wind out of my sails. Like, but then again, unhealthily, I didn't really process it. So when you had brought that up, I was like, I have no fucking clue. I don't know who I am. I don't know who I am. All I know is at that point, I had said, well, I got a second chance. And I'm gonna make sure that I fucking live it.
Yep.
Excuse me, sorry, Brandon. I know you have the girls probably by you. Um, but I know I'm gonna go and I'm gonna live it. And I've learned so many things. Like in these 10 years that
Yes.
you have known me, and it's not like I'm not trying to brag about myself or anything, but for whoever needs to hear this right now, when you have an idea of what you thought life was supposed to be like, and something comes in and knocks the wind out of your sails,
Yes.
like, and you have to redirect your life. Like, this is why I'm saying this right now,
Mm-hmm.
because shit happens every day. Something comes up, and things do change. Like, we have to re-navigate. We have to reset our sails to be able to
Adjust to the
navigate,
wind.
adjust to the wind. So, since I've known you, yeah, I kind of took I take that second chance, like, as gospel.
Oh,
Like, I take it
absolutely.
to heart, like I take it to heart, and people say, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? What do you mean, what am I doing? Like, I'm not
Whatever I
letting
want.
myself, yeah, I'm not letting myself be scared, like, I got people still to this day that are like, you just up and packed and you just moved up north, like, what? What? It's just like, I don't know. I have never been very comfortable in the uncomfortable. I mean, who is?
Right.
So that was a big, huge thing for me to move up here. And, I'll be honest, a 0 out of 10, do not recommend. I do not recommend. I am so, like, I'm so over it. But I did it. I've been almost here for a year. Almost. We'll see what happens. But I think it's time for a new adventure. And people say, well, why don't you stick to one thing and so you can retire someday? I don't care. I don't care. Whatever. Like, yeah, someday I'll get to, but the thing is like, if you're not finding the things that really light you on fire and like light your soul on fire,
Yeah.
and that you want to do, that you're passionate about, you're missing out. Like, you're missing out on taking chances. Yeah, no, I'm not happy with this this choice anymore. But I made it, and I'm here, and it did get me ahead. Like, it did get me ahead financially and everything. I won't
Yeah.
say it got me ahead mentally, but but it has gotten me ahead financially. I can say that. So,
That's so
sometimes you just
funny
have
you
to
say
go.
that.
Sometimes you just have to bring up the little white flag and just fucking wave it and be okay with it. Like, and move on and find the next. So in the time that you and I have known each other,
Yeah.
that happened. That was
Yes.
in the span of like 2 months, when I was just like, yeah, I gotta go in for surgery. I got, the cancer stuff. And then I ended up having to get my adrenal gland removed as well, because that had a mass on it. That was by accident. I had the weight loss surgery. I've moved, and then, like, I'm moving again here as soon as I can, up here. And then, it's been a wave of different stuff. And I at this point, I don't care if anybody thinks I'm crazy. I'm just doing whatever. Just doing whatever.
To piggyback on what you just said, it was great. So that one of the classes that I helped teach this morning, I was there, and the average age of this class is like 60 something, right? So
Okay.
I'm the young punk.
Yeah.
And it was hilarious because I was talking to one of the guys that's like 74, 75. And
Hmm.
I said, I still don't know what the hell I want to be when I grow up.
Yeah.
I'm 47 years old. I have no fucking clue what I want to be when I grow up. And it was hilarious because the first time I said that to my daughter, Maddie,
Hmm.
she's like, Dad, you're 47.
Who
I was
cares?
like, I still have no clue what the hell I want to be when I grow up. Like, what was the old adage that when we were kids, you finish high school, you go to
Yep.
college, you get a job, you get married, you do all these things. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to do that though. I did end
No.
up doing it and it didn't work out for me at all.
It's like it's like this like no, it isn't hidden. It's not a hidden agenda.
Right.
It's out there. It's the norm. It's the norm, like the social norm of you gotta do this and you gotta do this and then the next step is this and then this and then this and then you die.
Right. Right.
What the hell?
Yeah,
You
that's
guys are willingly jumping off the cliff for all of these things? Like,
yeah, that's the hill
I
you
mean,
want to die on.
maybe it's different because I didn't get like no, I like if you look at you know how like when they're trying to solve a murder mystery whatever and they
Mm-hmm.
put pins in there in the
Yeah.
yarn and all this kind of well on the shows movies whatever so if you looked at like trying to solve my life it would be all squiggly lines and over this way and that way and
It's
this way
Charlie
and that
from
way
Parks and Rec with the pin
exactly
board going.
and he's just like that's exactly a meme that explains my life.
That's kind of
Because
how
like
mine is too.
in the beginning, like after or when we were getting close to the end of high school, I was just like, you have to do one thing for the rest of your life. I think that sounds dumb as hell. It's stupid. You know, because and yeah, so that did not prepare me for adulthood, like to put money and stuff away. I will be honest. No. I did that thing completely. I was like, let's go into debt. So, you know, you guys doing the responsible thing, doing all the things. I just got into debt differently. I don't have kids to get into debt with. But, you know, I didn't follow, even if I wanted to, it ended up to where I did not follow the norms at all when with society's norms of what is expected of you in the
Mm-hmm.
society to have children to create little human crotch goblins and you know get married and do the things like no I
Yeah.
did not
Yeah.
I didn't do any of that I honestly yes I did get married it did not work out for me did not work out for me the first marriage and not that I have more than the one but who knows um
Same.
but I tried it and I was with that person for 10 years but then I went like nope this isn't working you know so I kind of just it's not that I've been like scared of commitments or anything but I always long for more I guess like
Yeah.
improving and making things different in life but we do have a lot of stuff over here in chat
Yeah. Go ahead. Catch up.
so let's go back Brandon says I mean you're not louder than louder but
Baghead's
he also
winning.
says did you not like the GF logo I had made? Listen, Brandon, I made one a while back. Just saying. And then Baghead says, "Where's my space helmet, Brandon?" And he's getting angry. Brandon says, "I haven't worn the helmet in weeks." Baghead says, "Baghead would wear his helmet everywhere, Brandon, if you sent it to me." Brandon has said, "Have they? I haven't seen more than one chill stream since the incident. I haven't either. I don't know. I don't know." Baghead's still making the angry face and swears with ogres and hippos, rhinos, I mean. And then he says, Baghead would be so lonely if Louder didn't visit. Time Capsule joining in says, hey, Brandon, on the real though, I miss you guys. It feels like it's been so long since I last saw you all. Miss you too, buddy.
Absolutely.
And hey, Time. Brandon says, he's not just saying that because he's your friend. He's saying it because he wants to be a character in a book.
Wait, that's an option?
I mean, I do plan on writing a book. I just So even though I have this little like Spitfire part of me that is like, no, I cannot fail. I must do the thing. When it comes to writing a book, I have several ideas. I walk myself out of it every time. That's the truth. I will tell you guys, I do get kind of nervous and I do walk away from it sometimes. So that is one thing I still have not completed. So we'll see. Will she do it, folks? I do not know.
See, that's the reason why you got to come back to Caro so we can work on this shit in the studio. Just saying.
Yeah, I mean, I would love, just, I'd rather just write it by talking about this audiobook and just, just view it out, see how it goes, like the twisted inner workings. But that would be a lot of editing, and I don't feel like we have a shitbird to speed it up. So.
Oh, we do.
I mean, he will work with me on the book. He's already talked about it, but.
He works for cookies and beer. He'll be fine.
Cookies, beer, and a 3-pound Hershey bar, apparently. Or something crazy.
That's the thing.
Yeah. So, glad y'all are tuning in. Jeez, you guys are here hanging out, listening to all of this craziness. We got a lot of stuff to talk about at the first of the hour as well.
Of course we do.
But going back, like when you first were talking about your week and stuff, and we got into the subject of vehicles and whatnot. So looking at, like, I do like my truck. Let's be honest. I don't think she's got a whole lot of time, even though she's only got 64,000 miles on it now. I got it at 51,000, so
okay.
Some miles on it. But she's old. She's rusty. I got pieces. I was standing there pumping gas the one day, and I decided, for whatever reason, like my brain was like, touch it. So I did, and I poked a hole through my truck. So, yeah, she's rusty, to say the least. I was like, why did I just do that? Why did I poke a hole? The intrusive thought in my head was like, touch it. Put a hole through it. Okay, so looking at vehicles, though, like, I still am gun shy about anything, like, super new. My two things right now, because the truck does not have AC in it, my two things are AC.
Yep.
And it's got to have cruise control because I'd be having a lead foot. So
yeah,
I like to put it. But my cruise control on the truck, it is, so the speed limit is actually, when I'm going 55, I'm actually going 60. So I'd be pushing closer to 60, not knowing I was like going 65 in my truck. And I've been lucky so far. Scary. But I know what happened. I do know what happened with the truck. I do realize now, when I was leaving, coming back up here, I was going through Bay City, and it was raining out, and this chick out of nowhere walks in front of me. And I had to hurry up and get out of the way and then put my brakes on. So I had to actually push down to get my brakes. And they've been a little bit more squishy, and I'm like, oh, I need to get that looked at.
Yeah, that's not okay.
So that's so it was either hit this chick who just walks out in front of me like she's got no reason to live. I'm just like, what is going on here? So I kind of feel like slamming on the brakes one too many times in Bay City. Probably a big culprit there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. They drive crazy there. So.
That's why I'm not a big fan of frequenting Bay City, because they drive like assholes.
So, and before I was very comfortable with driving there. Like, not bad, but since I've been up here for a year, going back, I'm like, you guys are but yeah. Becca says, weirdos are characters. That's true.
That's fair. Brandon says over, Tim says over on Facebook, Brandon talks to people that aren't even real.
Brandon's got friends. I'm telling you what. But yeah, so in this next week, I have an adventure. I'm hoping to film a little bit. Try to film a little bit. I do have this little selfie thing that I can the stick thing that I might be able to take with me to, not like that, for the phone, to do some recording, because I am taking a plane to Boston. Actually, I'm flying out of Alpena to Boston.
Nice.
And then I will be getting there, getting picked up, and then getting dropped off for the night at a hotel. and then getting picked up again in the morning to be able to go and meet everybody like super crazy early. So
So
I'm
it's no
thankful
sleep
for
till Boston?
no sleep too. Yeah. So I'm getting, I get to go first time flying into like to being in Boston, to being in Massachusetts, New Hampshire, all that area.
Yeah.
So it shall be interesting. But yeah, so I'm just getting in a little bit late, I guess, because traffic's gonna be nuts. So I'll get there, I'll get some sleep, and then wake up early to get picked up, and then head out to go meet Dave and the guys. So
Nice.
yeah, so I'm looking forward to being able to do that, and I'll see what I can see just in the little vicinity where I'm at, whatnot. So I'm excited though. I get to go see everybody, and I'm sorry that you don't get to go. I'm not rubbing it in your faces, but looking forward to it. I've thought about buying my own gray sweatpants. There's no controversy there.
I mean, it's kind of the same application, but the difference is with you would be clam sauce. So
You did say that on Real Cool. I'm about died.
oh,
So
I think I almost
yeah,
killed Guy when I said that, to be brutally honest, because
yeah.
he
You
was.
guys were laughing. I was like,
Oh, by the
yeah.
way,
I'm
if you
like,
see the glacial tuna, you're gonna have to get pictures of that.
listen, I'm gonna catch that bitch. No, I don't know. But I am excited about that too because I have not fished in a while.
Yeah.
So and you keep on telling everybody that I'm so like, oh, there's awesome. Like
Because you
fishing.
are, like, sincerely.
But I haven't fished in about like a year and a half, 2 years maybe.
You
now.
say that, and I bet you're gonna outfish every single person on that island. They're gonna be like, "All right, damn, Heather's like our new fearless leader because she can outfish all of us."
And they're like, here, fishy, fishy, fishy. No, I am looking
Fishy,
forward to
fishy,
it
fishy.
though. I am excited about it. Yeah, so I mean, we'll see what happens. I might get skunked. I might not get any fish. I don't know.
So, all right, based on the conversation we started at the beginning of the show, I'm going to throw this out there. Heather, I bet you can't outfish everybody there. Go ahead.
Oh, you fucker. All right. That's some
The gauntlet has been thrown.
yeah, it has. Now I got to. Now I gotta outfish everybody. Gosh dang it.
That's right. You're going to outfish them all. I know it.
It's all right. I guess there's a store that's got like everything from fishing to food, all this stuff, like this one-stop shop. So when we
Nice.
stop there, I'm gonna be looking for my secret weapons.
Oh,
So,
yeah. 2 tickets to the gun show.
Oh yeah, yeah. Actually, I should probably just think. I don't know how that would go on the plane if they would be like, yeah, we'll let you have that tackle box. I'm not sure.
Well, and it's crazy too with all of that. Like all these events are happening, boom, 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 right down the row. And then we're into July, which the 4th of July weekend, my band's playing down at the Man Cave.
Oh, nice.
Plus, we've got birthdays for days, and then we're on to Tuscaloosa.
We're on to Tuscaloosa. So currently, this is my schedule.
Yeah.
I am going on vacation to the island, and then when I get back, the 15th through the 22nd, I believe, I am actually on vacation again. So
Very nice.
yeah, so I'm like, all right, I will definitely be down around that area to celebrate my birthday and go to Tuscaloosa. Go back to the homestead for a little bit, and I'm looking forward to that. So
that's going to be great. Well, speaking of that, we are at the top of the hour. How does this time fly by so quickly? I don't understand.
Just, talking about life and stuff.
Talking about how epic you're going to outfish everybody there.
Tuscaloosa. When is Tuscaloosa again? Brandon is asking.
Tuscaloosa is July 20th.
July 20th, and we are going, baby.
Yep. Tickets are available, and we're going to be giving away some tickets here live.
They will be. So all of you that are local and all of you that are interested in coming out, just let us know. We will have some tickets available. And we look forward to, hopefully getting to see some other people there. The headliner, the big act is Four Horsemen, which is a Metallica tribute band.
They're amazing.
I have heard nothing but amazing things about them. So I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to that. Food trucks galore. So many good local acts around the Michigan Thumb area. And it's all for a good cause. It's
Yeah.
for the Child Advocacy Center of Tuscola County. Looking forward to that. And then all the vendors that hang out. This year I'm not vending. I'm going to go have fun. I'm going to
Same.
go enjoy the day and just kind of, enjoy. Just go and have a good time.
Yep.
So looking forward to that. But yeah, it's top of the hour. Let's go ahead and get into who we are giving some shout outs to.
Let's get that screen
And
switched up.
yeah,
There we go.
waiting for it. It's not quite on mine yet, so here we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. If you're cool with it.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Of course, you're watching the Don't Make This Weird podcast. You guys tune in. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for joining us, hanging out with us. Under the Strange Friends umbrella, we have Baghead, Tempest Striker Gaming, Suck My Deck, Magic Gaming Jerks, This Is My Brain podcast. I also have Chill Stream, Guitar Fridays, Initiative Impossible, Was It Worth It? And I think I got everybody there.
Yep, that's everybody. And the ones that we're affiliated with or we guest host on sometimes or just love to hang out and support. We've got MTG Attitude, MTG Dreamer, Rule of Cool, Action Surge, Twiddler's Place, and last but certainly not least, Chaos Gaming. Guys, go check them out. We want to give a quick shout out to our patrons. Thank you all for being our patrons. We got the Weirdos with Editor J and Mr. Guy. We got the Deckheads, Big Box Dave, I Got a Load of Page. Did we ever find out who the hell that was? I don't know.
Whoever it is, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Relentless Magic, and as usual, no groupies. And I thought we had a ton of strange friends, but apparently they're showing we're not. So either way, thank you guys so much for being patrons. And guys, all of this stuff is in the links down in the description. So if you want to follow any of this stuff on Patreon, you want to go check out any of the links for the shows and stuff. We've got playlists set up. So when you click on that tab, you can go check those out. Plus, we've got all of the other channels in the featured tabs for the channels down there. Go check that out, guys. We appreciate each and every one of you. And hey, if you've lasted this long, hit that subscribe button and let it know that you like what you say.
Yeah, thank you, sugar. Aren't you sweet? I don't know why you got Southern all of a sudden, but yes, thank you.
I have no idea.
Hitting like and subscribing, sharing, loving us. We do appreciate it, guys, very much. So
absolutely.
That being said, I will not be on for the next couple of weeks after tonight.
So we should totally talk to Brandon.
Brandon, yes, we definitely need. We're gonna need some help, buddy. So you guys will hopefully have Brandon. If not, I mean, it might be a vacation for Tony. Who knows?
Right. Oh shit, we have the affiliates too. Damn it.
We have affiliate.
Yeah, that would be Dubby. Shout out to Dubby for hooking us up. Yeah, I've got mine here too. I got the one. And we've got Inked Gaming. We've got Gemtech, and we've also got, what's the other one? And if you guys want to get cool stuff and help out support the channel, we have affiliate sponsors, so we can go through and get that. Those are also in the description, guys. Follow those codes. And hey, if you buy something, we get a percentage of that to help support the show. So we appreciate that.
Debbie, so far, I have tried the watermelon one and also the peach and beet. Peach and peach.
My two favorite ones so far are the Galaxy Grenade and I think it was the Dragonade. I really liked.
I have both of those still left, but I have tried the Beach and Peach.
Beach and Peach one was good. I think that's Brandon's favorite.
Surprisingly, I did not think I was gonna like it because I'm not a very big peach flavored. I like watermelon and grape; those are my two faves, and obviously blue raspberry, which is not really a real flavor. But I say that because when I was in the hospital, that's all I wanted was a freaking blue raspberry popsicle. Anyway, I'm still bitter, apparently,
Yes, of
after
course.
all of these years. A decade later, I'm still angry. Not even a decade, but whatever. But yeah, so Debbie, check them out. There are lots of different flavors.
Yes.
That sampler pack came with the free bottle.
Mm-hmm.
So you can check it
Mine's
out and
over there.
try the flavors. It's not jittery, like you don't get the jitters from it
Yeah.
like you would like your coffee. And now let me tell you, I'm a big fan of Big B. But they give you those double shots espresso, and I do get jittery. I do get to where I need to eat something. I can't just have a cup of coffee from them without being like, can't do this. So there's that.
Which is funny because I'm allergic to coffee. So the coffee fruit, which is apparently completely different, I'm not allergic to. And since I even tried to double up on the dose, it doesn't make you jittery. It doesn't give you that like
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a nice even pick you up
Mm-hmm.
and you don't crash. Now you can tell when you're done with it
Mm-hmm.
because you're just like, okay, I'm gonna nap right here.
Well, and that's one of the things, like with having, like for me, ADD. I can drink coffee or I can drink whatever, and I'll be fine to go take a nap. It's
No,
really
Melissa
crazy.
does that all the time. She's like, I want to sleep. Make me some coffee. I'm like, okay. And
Yeah.
like 10 minutes later, she's out.
Yep. Completely knocked right out, which is crazy, but it is what it is. So. I do thank you guys for hanging out. I think we were able to cover everybody. If you are someone who has a YouTube or Twitch or Rumble or any of those things where you
Oh, shit.
are streaming from, let us know. We'll go ahead and support as well, as long as we like you.
Thank
As
you
long as
for
we like
reminding me
you.
about Rumble.
Yeah, Rumble. Don't forget about Rumble. I still have not signed up for an account on Rumble. I'm going to be honest. I haven't made it to that point yet. But yeah, so there's a lot of really cool stuff happening coming up locally in Caro area.
Yeah,
There's always something going on in this area where I'm at right now. But, I like Caro better. So I'm going to
absolutely.
I'm gonna go back there. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, hanging out with us, and always talking in chat. We do appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, and that's the thing that we're constantly doing. We're involved with so much stuff locally. Man, we're always doing something every weekend of all the summer, late spring, all the summer, on into the fall, and probably close to the winter because like we do a lot of the stuff with the Pumpkin Festival. We've done so many things. We did the Battle of the Bands in the past. Like it was freaking crazy. So being part of all of that is just absolutely nuts because like you said, like I said, we never know who the heck we're going to bump into to network with and go, hey, we love you guys' show. We're going to blow it up because we're at episode 330 right now. And didn't we just like celebrate episode 300? Like, what am I missing, Heather?
It feels like yeah, we did. We absolutely did. So yeah, it's still continue. Like every time we are on here, it continues to keep on adding up. But
It goes up by one. That's so weird.
it goes up by one. Imagine that, the adding of it. That's crazy. But yeah, so on that, onto like entertainment and such. Have you read anything new lately?
Yeah, it's so I've been doing a lot of like just trying to decompress from working and doing all the stuff that I've been doing because I'm doing lawns and whatnot. The unfortunate thing is my lawnmower exploded when I dropped it into your driveway. So I've been waiting for my new wheels to come so I can get it fixed because it takes a certain type of geared wheel because it's one of the self-driving ones.
Yeah.
So as soon as that comes, guys, if you're watching me and I mow your lawn, please bear with me because I'm waiting for this to show up. I mean, I still haven't done my lawn. That's how far behind I am this week doing stuff. But I have been doing other like landscaping and picking heavy stuff up and putting heavy stuff down, building things. Like if these two hands can talk, I'm pretty sure they'd need therapy. But
yeah, I'm sure they would.
Well,
Lawn stuff.
we're not talking about that. It's not. But no, it's been a pretty crazy week of just reaching out, networking and stuff. The open mic night stuff is still going on.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
That's always a really cool turnout. Like I support that 1,000% and just trying to wow, that came out of nowhere. Just trying to get into, like, I just befriended a new band that apparently is out of Nashville. They were at the Cars and Craft show called the Glen Brook Band.
Oh, nice. Okay.
She has an incredible voice. And I told her that I would give her a shout out on the podcast when I remember it. But they actually played in the courtyard at Kretschke's. And they were a 3-piece band. She was the lead singer, acoustic guitar player. She had a rhythm / lead player, and then the drummer. I don't know if there was the bass player or something, but she tore it up, and she had one of those voices, like she did it all. She did Stevie Nicks and fucking nailed it with this like R&B, very bluesy, just like Southern twang almost. That's and then she'd rip off like some Janis Joplin and killed that, and just did like a few different covers of stuff. And I'm just like, is there anything this chick can't fucking sing? Like, look it up. The Glen Brook Band.
Absolutely. I'll check that out.
They are incredible. And the original stuff that she wrote, I was like, holy shit. I want to get a copy of her CD or her digital download or whatever it is. Because the live performance of a band, and you know this as well as I do, you can capture it on CD, but there's nothing better than supporting bands and seeing them live, because holy shit, man. You meet some really cool people.
And they match to what they're producing on the CD.
Yes.
I'm not, it's there's nothing like that, so that's really cool. Like when we went and seen, I know I'm gonna drop the Greta Van Fleet thing again, but when we went and seen them, they were actually legit performers.
Yeah,
everything was excellent. There's a lot of people that are like them, whatever. I don't care. But they were great. And then being able to see a lot of these people on stage at Tuscaloosa as well.
Yes.
Awesome stuff. So yeah, definitely go check that out.
Well, and that's the thing, is that, meeting these bands and meeting new people and networking and doing all these festivals and events and venues and whatnot, it's insane, because you never know who you're going to run into. Like Brandon, one of the local store owners here for Hit Point Hobbies, he was talking about, he's like, look, we're going to be getting some pretty big names coming in to do signed autographs and show like a mini Comic-Con type thing, and local artists and whatnot. And I'm like, dude, really? How can I help promote that? Because, Hit Point Hobbies is local, baby. And of course, I'm wearing the Blind Riots shirt, because love those guys. But and we've had the Blind Riots, in the studio 2 times?
Yeah, 2 times, I believe.
Getting the chance to hang out with those guys live in studio, and on top of seeing them tear it up on stage.
Yeah. Do you know, are they going to be back there again this year?
As far as, actually, you know what? Let me look that up. Talk amongst yourselves for a second.
Look it up. So with that being said, as far as talking like about bands and stuff and like Tuscaloosa coming up, definitely looking forward to seeing some of the newer acts that are going to be there, and then a lot of the older acts, and talking about having them in studio, and this other thing coming up with Hit Point Hobbies. That'll be amazing to be back around to be able to help with that networking and doing those things. But yeah, absolutely. Any kind of new music or getting to see people live, especially there, lots of fun.
So these are the headliners for the bands and artists that they have so far. The Four Horsemen, obviously, which is the headliner. The 99, Infamous Quick, which is amazing. Sad, frowny face that Terry's no longer with him. However, Dan, the singing man, is with them. That guy has a set of pipes that doesn't quit. Perfect Stranger, Big Medicine, the Whiskey Bottle Blues. Fabala, they're out of Bay City Trio. featuring Bruce LaFranche, formerly of Tantric. Tantric's a great band too.
Nice. Oh yeah.
Reverend Right Time and the First
Love
Cousins of
them.
Funk.
Love them.
Oh yeah, it was great. And then the secondary stage, Jason Pisek and the Brotherhood.
Great guys.
Those guys freaking blew it up, like sincerely.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, that's awesome that Reverend Right Time's gonna be there. I haven't seen him in forever.
You know what? The last one that he was there, I was like, I
Yeah.
know him.
Yeah.
Because like, the first time I ever saw them, it was in Oil City,
Yeah.
and we had gone for like this big old festival thing, and I had no idea what Oil City was about, and people are passing. I was like 15, passing joints around. People are like, "Hey."
Yep.
And they get up on stage with handle baggies from Walmart on, and that's it.
Yep.
So like now going, wait a minute.
Yep. I remember that. I partied with those guys over on Midland Street, and holy shit, do those guys know how to party?
Yeah, they do.
Wow. If you see, that was back in the 90s too, because
It's different now.
I mean, it was back then because all the shit they were doing was illegal. Now only some of the stuff is legal, but it was crazy because partying with some of those bands, like, oh man, Negative Earth, Shovel, Burnaround, all of them guys, they would take the stage, and you would know that they took the stage because everybody that was outside in the bar doing whatever came into the bar, because when these bands took the stage, holy shit balls, man.
Yeah. Speaking of bands taking the stage and things like that, I have been following William Patrick and The Smoke.
Yes.
Seeing all their different like videos on Instagram and seeing some of the stuff from that they've been doing. They have completely reformed into this new band, whereas before we have had them in studio also.
Yep.
But Crystal's son is the bass player, and they showed a little bit of him like just tearing it up. So I just want to give a shout out to those guys, because dang, and they're good. Like, they're really good.
They're really good.
I look forward to being able to see them and possibly get them in studio again.
Yeah, I definitely want to get those guys on, because holy shit, they tore it up.
Yes. And I believe the bassist, he was someone that you gave lessons to.
Yeah, you know, it's so funny when you're watching this stuff. Like, and it's kind of surreal because I've known Crystal for years, and given this kid lessons, and like, he was pretty intuitive. He was really shy, but he was pretty intuitive. And then to see, you know, he pop off, and he's been in a couple of different really successful bands. Right along with Chase William Murphy from Ora Labora. Like,
yeah, he was also one of your students.
One of my students. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on here, man? Like, apparently I know what I'm doing, or just I have really great students. Like, I don't know. I don't know the combination of success.
Yeah. But
it's nice to see that a lot of my students have gone on to do things and be in successful bands. Like, it was great, you know, and it was so funny watching Chase like take the stuff that I taught him and then just immediately apply it and run with it. I just went, holy shit.
Yeah, but now he's got his own, like, a side project, or his own thing with She Gave Me Eyes. And he just recently did a couple videos and stuff, and seeing that video, like, you can see like some of our friends in there. From Initiative Impossible crew. So that's really neat.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting to have that network and to see like all these different bands and stuff evolve and where they're at now from when we first started doing the show and interviewing them to where they're at. It's very cool. It's very cool to see that.
Right. And like, you know, we never know who we're going to network with and become part of a bigger, you know, cog of creativity. I mean, you connected the dots right down the line of, we hung out with Ora Labora and then ended up, you know, helping create a show with them. In fact, you gave them the name Initiative Impossible and just ran with it. And, you know, I started out as Chase's guitar teacher all those years ago. Like, it's insane how all of those things have happened. So,
Mm-hmm.
guys, go enjoy festivals, go network, go enjoy venues and events, and just meet people. Like, I love that, Heather, when we first met, you were just like, I ain't talking to these people. Now you're just like me. You've never met a stranger.
Never, never ever, and we're talking about navigating, but getting back down around that area.
Mhm.
I'm really starting to get to that point where I'm not really trying to even hide it anymore. It is a thing. So
Right.
trying to get back in that area, I've been putting in different applications. So shout out at me if you know of any places that are hiring, and I'm will give me what I'm worth. And I put an app in at a place for at Walmart actually, which I will not go back to the evil empire as
No.
their person. But it was actually for a cell phone thing, a contractual thing
Nice.
there. And they were like, but do you feel comfortable with talking and trying to, sell cell phones to people like 100 to 200 plus a day? I was like, what? Yeah. Like and just like the shout out or the callback or whatever from when the guys visited, like everywhere we went, it was like hello. So I was like, yeah, that's no problem. Like I'm from the area, no
Right.
problem. But then when it broke down to having to think about a commission job, I've never done one of those. I was like, I don't feel comfortable in that.
Commission jobs are great if you can make the money.
If you can. Not that I don't feel like I couldn't have.
Hmm.
Not that I don't feel like I couldn't have, but people have been like, "Well, what do you really think about this?" And I'm honest, and I would have been like, "Yeah, no, that's crap. It's the most that I can make if you do decide that you want it, but I don't want to be an a-hole just for that." So
Right,
I
right.
probably wouldn't have done so well. I'm not really sure on that, but yeah. So looking in that area, trying to figure things out and navigate that. I already, like I said last time I was on, I already have a home to land at, and I've been
Yeah.
kind of going back and forth. It's closer to my dad, so that makes it better too, to be able to see him and help out. It's tough. It's tough with having an older vehicle, being 4 hours away from him, being about 3 hours away from you guys. Like that's it. In the beginning, when I moved, like before I was moving, it's like 3 hours. That ain't nothing. Oh crap! It ain't.
Yeah.
That's a long haul.
It
And
is
then
a long
four
haul.
hours. Mm-mm. So it's and it's the secret's out. Like I am definitely trying to get back to the area, trying to find something that if I can't make it back with the job that I have right now, I have that skill. I
Yep.
have the skill to be able to do management and things like that. So, I'm looking. I had to be okay with letting it go because sometimes in life it's about what's best for your mental health and for your to be able to navigate life. And I'm not afraid to say that. Like at this point in my life, doing the things that I've come to do, I'm okay with it. So
Yeah. Well, and that's, I mean, like you were talking earlier about doing one thing for the rest of your life. That's boring. I want to do it all.
yeah, give me it all. Like I want to try everything. And there was one point when I remember my mom and I going to Bronner's and looking at the little teeny tiny like lettering on some of the ornaments and going, man, I feel bad for the person that has to do that. Fast forward, to 2015, and there I am, 7 seasons,
Yep.
in that job. But I kind of laugh about it because, at one point I was like, oh, I'm going to go and work in an office and I'm going to do this. And then I was like, I'm going to be a manager and I'm going to do this. And just I've been fortunate for that to kind of happen. But then sometimes you just gotta stop and go, okay, it's been a good ride. I'm not gonna say it hasn't been, but there has been things that have happened throughout that have been really bumpy.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm thankful for all of the experience. But when your heart's not really there, it shows.
Yep.
And the people here that I work with, I'm still putting everything that I can into it. But there's going to be a time when I'm just so ready to be back there, which I'm already feeling that I don't want it to suffer and I don't want it to show badly on my part.
Right.
So, because I am so passionate about work and things. So, it's just, sometimes you just have to be really real with yourself. And there's just times when you have to let things go and navigate the best you can. Obviously, I won't just let it go until I find something else to kind of move into, because you can't be without a job. It's not a good plan. So, but that's kind of where I'm at right now, mentally, physically, and being closer to help get to my dad's to help out there.
Yeah,
Is kind of like where I'm at right now. So we'll
absolutely.
see. We'll see what happens. Like I said, if anybody knows of anything there, that can supplement, I can't go too far down from what I've been making now. I can obviously go a little bit lower, but
Well,
yeah.
we've got a ton of stuff in chat if you want to catch up before we sign off.
So over in chat. Last thing I said was when Brandon asked about Tuscaloosa. Becca said Beckett is too good looking to be a famous rock star. And Brandon says, and we have affiliates. And he also said, I am here.
Yay!
That's all I got. I don't know if I'm missing anything because sometimes I don't see anything.
I've got Alex Sylvester says, howdy, y'all. What's up? MTG Attitude jumped on and said, hey, guys, 6 more days, Heather. And hey, Heather, you look like you're about ready to rip a huge fat. You still look beautiful, though.
No, not yet. I'm gonna save that all for the island. Yeah. Actually, I'm not gassy. But okay. Not ripping it up, not tearing it up. But welcome to the stream. Glad you're here.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
No, I'm actually I am sitting on a club stool that's got the back on it, the flat like chair, I guess, the tall ones. And after a while, I start getting uncomfortable and get fidgety. So, and then also because I'm wearing a dress, because that's a smart choice. I have shorts on, and then now my legs are stuck. So, good times.
MTG Attitude said you wouldn't rip a fart in front of us, Heather.
We'll see. You might hear me rip one in the tent.
So please tell me that the
might have some fishing farts. I don't know.
The rumor was true that you guys are going to attempt to recreate Austin Powers in the shadow in the tent.
Oh yeah, that was discussed. I don't know if I'm part of that, but that was discussed.
Oh God.
During Jerks, I believe it was.
Yeah, that was during Jerks.
I think, and yeah, I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see. So the thing is I absolutely adore MTG Attitude Crew. We're part of the crew, part of the ship. But we do talk about all these great ideas of stuff that we're going to film, and then it just doesn't happen. So I don't want to be that person at the island and be like, no, you said we're going to film this, you know what I mean? So, we get together and time goes so fast.
Yes.
The 2 times that they've been here to visit, like time just goes. So I'm gonna be on the island. We're gonna be there for the full stay, and it's kind of funny because the comments were like, some people come, some people go at the island.
Yeah.
Some people cannot hang for a whole week on the island. I'm just like, sure, okay. Let's go. Like, I'm gonna go fishing. I'm gonna just enjoy the time, and just have that peace. Because I honestly, haven't been able to really slow it down and to take that time. And on there, I hear it's so peaceful. And as far as phones go, signal's not really that great until you get back to the mainland stuff. So, I'm hoping that in the time, like, things will be good and not too much stuff will explode for when I turn back on my phone. So we shall see what happens. But
well, it's funny you say that because shortly after you get back from the island, I actually have a survival weekend that I'm going on with Leon.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sounds awesome. And then I will be back to Cairo area the 15th for my birthday, so that we can celebrate, and we'll have to celebrate yours too.
Of course.
Yeah, definitely looking forward.
Only the cool people are born in July.
I mean, I've met some pretty cool people that have not been born in July,
All right, well, we can
but
graft them in. They'll be July
I'm partial.
honorary.
Yeah, yeah, they could be July 16thians. Because clearly the 16th is superior.
The
But yeah,
24th is better.
Dave's birthday, his is the 13th, correct?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think this 13th is what he said.
Yeah.
Lucky
so,
number 13, baby.
Lucky number 13.
See, it's funny because Maddie's birthday is April 13th, so
Yeah.
I'm kind of digging the whole 13 thing.
Yeah, and Jen's is the 9th of that month.
That's right.
So, she's pretty awesome in her own right. So,
Heck yeah.
All right, guys, we have made it to 9:30. We do appreciate you guys hanging out, talking with us, and throwing things into the chat. I always love reading your guys' stuff. Sometimes I don't so much when you're being weirdos, but so far you've been pretty tame tonight and a little bit on the quiet side.
Yeah.
We're missing one of our main peoples that are a couple of our main people in there that are going back and forth every Thursday. But we do appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Maybe you've just been quiet, just lurking there. Thanks for jumping in, giving us those views, liking, subscribing, and sharing. We do like that. We do appreciate it. So yeah, the next couple of weeks you guys won't be seeing my face. So probably be seeing Brandon hanging out if everything goes right, and I will see you after I get back from the island. I will have plenty of stories to tell then, guys.
I can't wait to hear that.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, we do appreciate all of you. But remember, oh wait, did you have something?
No. Hit the like button, subscribe, do the social things.
Do the social things, and remember, keep it weird.